everybody. Welcome to Storytime. My name is Evelyn, and I am very glad that you are listening to stories today. And I hope you've got your hands, because we're going to get our rhythm going. Ready? Here we go. Boing, boing, squeak. Boing, boing, squeak. There's a story in my house. It's been about a week. I don't know where it came from. I don't know where it's been. I don't know. Where did it go? I want to hear it again. I look to my left. I look to my right. I look all around. It's still out of sight. I look on the ground and over my head. Shh, there's something in my bed. Let's see what it is today. Well, it's our friend, Sylvester. But Sylvester, you're looking a little different than you normally do. Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking with, winter coming, maybe I should get used to wearing clothes to stay warm. Oh, well, Sylvester, first of all, it's not going to be winter for a little bit. It's still summer, and then we have fall before winter. But I can see it looks like maybe you need a little practice. These look a little, well, it's just a little unusual. Yeah, well, you see, the thing is, I don't have arms, so the sleeves are kind of a problem. And, well, I don't have any feet, so I put the socks up here. Well, it looks very nice. You've got Cookie Monster socks, it looks like, and a fire truck shirt. Those are pretty cool. I like them. Oh, thank you. Well, I thought maybe today you could do stories about clothes because, see, it's kind of my new thing. Okay, we can tell some stories about clothes. That sounds good. You want to sit and listen? Yeah, I think I will, but I don't know if I'm going to keep these on my head. Oh, there. Okay, that's more comfortable. Yeah, you look a little more like yourself now. All right, you want to keep the fire trucks on? Yeah, I think so. I think I'll give it a try. All right, well, go on and sit down. Okay. All right, our first story comes from the book called The Spiffiest Giant in Town. I don't have a copy of it with me, but it's by Julia Donaldson. Once upon a time, there was a giant named George. He was very nice, but he was the scruffiest giant you've ever seen. The scruffiest giant in town. He always wore the same patched up old nightgown and the same pair of old brown sandals. I wish I weren't the scruffiest giant in town, he said. But one day he saw that a new store had opened, and it sold clothes for a giant. Wow, said George, I think I'll get some of those. And so he went in and he bought for himself some really exciting things. He bought a beautiful new white shirt, a very fancy pink polka dot tie, a great pair of pants, a cool black belt to hold them up, some yellow and red socks to go on his feet, and some nice, snazzy black shoes. Well, once he had all this on, he looked at himself and he thought, oh, I am looking very snazzy. I guess I don't need these anymore. And he put his old clothes and shoes in a bag and put them to the side. And then he went on walking. And he was so happy. Now I'm the spiffiest giant in town, he said. He started walking home, leaving behind his old clothes, when all of a sudden he heard this sound. Wah, wah. It was Giraffe, and she was crying. George said, Giraffe, why are you crying? "Oh, it's my neck," said Giraffe. "It just gets so cold because it's so long. I wish I had a long, warm scarf." "Oh," said George, "I can help you with that. Here, take my tie." And he took off that polka dot tie and gave it to Giraffe. "Oh, whoops, George just fell down." "Thank you," she said. "This is just perfect. I love it. It will keep me so warm." Hang on, I gotta get George all situated again, huh? I'm gonna put him down here. Should we put back on his yellow and red socks and his nice black shoes? Giraffe said, "Thank you so much." And off she went. Well, George kept on walking, and as he walked, he said, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe, but look me up and look me down. I'm the spiffiest giant in town." Well, he hadn't walked for very long when he heard another animal crying, "Ah!" This time it was Goat. "Oh, why are you crying?" asked George. Goat said, "Oh, it's my boat. The wind blew away my sail, and now I can't get anywhere." I can fix that," said George. And he took off his spiffy white shirt. The goat tied it up, and it made the perfect sail. "Oh, thank you," said the goat. "This is perfect." And away he sailed. George walked home, and as he walked, he sang, "Well, my tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt is a sail for a goat in a boat. But look me up and look me down. I'm the spiffiest giant in town." He kept on walking, and sure enough, he heard another animal crying, "Oh!" This time it was a family of mice. George stopped. "What's wrong?" he said. "Oh, it's our house," said Mama Mouse. "The storm flooded with water, and the wind blew it down. We have nowhere to live." "Oh," said George, "I can help." And he took off one of his shoes and said, "This will be a fine house." "Thank you," said the mice. "Oh, it's perfect. It fits us all so nicely." George kept on walking, and as he walked, he sang, "Well, my tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt is a sail for a goat on a boat. My shoe is a house for a teeny tiny mouse. But look me up and look me down. I'm the spiffiest giant in town." Pretty soon he heard wailing. It was at a campsite, and it was a fox. "Fox, what's wrong?" said George. Fox said, "Well, it rained and my sleeping bag got all wet, and I can't sleep in it because I'll be too cold." "Oh," said George, "I can help." He took off one of his socks and gave it to the fox. "This will be a perfect sleeping bag for you." "Oh, thank you," said the fox. "This is wonderful." And on went George. He hopped home on one foot and sang, "Well, my tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt is a sail for a goat in a boat. My shoe is a house for a teeny tiny mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. But look me up and look me down. I'm the spiffiest giant in town." Then he came to a squishy, muddy bog, and he saw a dog there crying, "Ooh, ooh." "Dog, what's wrong?" "Well," said Dog, "I'm trying to meet my friend for a picnic, but I keep getting stuck in the mud and I can't get across this river. Now I'm muddy and stuck. I wish there was a safe, dry path for me." "Oh," said George, "I can help you." And he took off his belt. "See, look," he said, and he put the belt down across the river. Dog said, "Wow, thank you," and walked over it. This is perfect. As George hopped home, his pants started to fall down without that belt. He sang, "My tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. My shirt is a sail for a goat in a boat. My shoe is a house for a teeny tiny mouse. One of my socks is a bed for a fox. My belt is a path for a dog in a bog. But look me up and look me down. I'm the coldest giant in town." Well, he sadly walked back to town. He realized he'd have to go back to the store because he'd given away almost everything he'd bought. But when he got home or back to the store, he saw that it was closed. Oh, he started to cry. Wow. But then he saw something on the side of the road. It was his scruffy old nightgown and his sandals. Well, he put them on happily. Oh. Then he walked on home, thinking to himself, well, I guess I'm back to the scruffiest giant in town. But then he came across all his animal friends who said, "Surprise, we have a gift for you." And they gave him a beautiful, shiny gold crown. Then they all sang, "Your tie is a scarf for a cold giraffe. Your shirt is a sail for a goat in a boat. Your shoe is a house for a teeny tiny mouse. One of your socks is a bed for a fox. Your belt is a path for a dog in a bog. But now we give you this fine crown, 'cause you're the nicest giant in town." Whoop! Are you taking a bow, George? The end. Bow. Yay! All right, good listening. I had a little bit of trouble keeping George up, huh? All right, let's see. Show me your hands. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Lay them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, slowly creep them. Right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth. Ah, but do not let them in. Shake them, shake, shake, shake them. Shake them just like this. Roll them, roll them. Blow a little kiss. Mwah! Yay! Our next book is called Under My Hijab, and this is by Henna Khan, with illustrations by Aliyah Jail. Grandma peeks into the oven as a brown loaf of bread starts to rise. Her hijab is carefully folded like the crusts on my favorite pies. Ooh, don't those look yummy? When she's at home in her kitchen, Grandma fixes her hair in a bun. We mix up some chocolate cookies and share a sweet treat when they're done. Mama makes jokes with her patient as she peers in his ears and his throat. Her bright pink hijab looks so colorful and cheerful, tucked into her tidy white coat. At home, Mama lets her long hair down as she rolls up the sleeves on her shirt. We laugh while we plant pretty flowers and make a big mess with the dirt. That's easy to make a big mess when you're potting things. Auntie works hard in her studio. She's always dressed funky and cool. Her silky hijab towers up high, pinned with a handmade jewel. I help hang my very own painting on the wall of her colorful home. Auntie's hair is streaked pink and purple, a fine work of art she can comb. Jenna's our fearless troop leader. She makes us the gooeyest s'mores. Her hijab is topped with a sun hat whenever we hike the outdoors. When dark falls, we huddle together and share spooky stories all night. Jenna's hair glows as she whispers, I shiver and hold her arm tight. My sister, Zaina, in high school, wears something stylish each day. She puts on a fashionable outfit and wraps her hijab a cute way. Zaina ties up her hair in the evening when she takes a short break from her book. Then we dig through the clothes in her closet to find her tomorrow's fresh look. Aman tries to earn her first black belt. A sporty hijab frames her face. When she cracks a board into pieces, I'm amazed her hijab stays in place. At my house, we'll dance to some music. I teach Aman moves that I know. My cousin's curls bounce, jump, and tumble as we put on our own private show. These wonderful girls and smart women inspire me with all that they do. I can wear my hijab like each of them, or try something totally new. Under my hijab, in a headband, or a clip with butterfly wings, my hair shines bright like my future. I can't wait to see what it brings. The end. All right. I have 10 fingers. That will belong to me. I can make them do stuff. Want to see? I can make them jump high. I can make them jump low. I can fold them together and sit just so. I can squeeze them tight. I can open them wide. I can fold them all together. I can make them all hide. I can make them jump high. I can make them jump low. I can fold them together and sit just so. All right. Our next book comes from a cat. I bet some of you know this cat. Pete the Cat and his 4 groovy buttons. Pete the Cat put on his favorite new shirt. It had 4 groovy buttons. Let's count them. 1 yellow button, 1 green button, 1 orange button, and 1 red button. And even cooler, the buttons were all different shapes. Yellow is a circle, green is an oval, orange is a square, and red is a rectangle. He loved his buttons so much that he sang this song. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 4 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! One of the buttons popped off and rolled away. How many buttons are left? 1, 2, 3. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He just kept on singing. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 3 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no! Another one of the buttons popped off and rolled away. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. My buttons, my 2 groovy buttons. Pop! Oh no, another button popped off and rolled away. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. He kept on singing his song. Buttons, my 1 groovy button. Button, my 1 groovy button. Oh, pop! Oh no, the last button popped off and rolled away. Did Pete cry? Goodness, no. Buttons come and buttons go. How many buttons are left? 0. Did Pete cry? No. He looked down at his buttonless shirt, and what do you think he saw? His belly button. And he kept on singing his song. My button, still have my belly button. My button, still have my belly button. I guess it simply goes to show that stuff will come and stuff will go. But do we cry? Goodness, no. We just keep on singing. The end. All right. You guys have been such great listeners today. I have one last story for you, all about somebody who understands that things come and go. And this is called Who Took the Farmer's Hat? And this is by Joan Nodstedt, with pictures by Fritz Siebel. The farmer had a hat, an old brown hat. Oh, how he liked that old brown hat. But the wind took it, whoosh, and away it went, whoosh. The farmer ran fast, but the wind went faster. So the farmer had to look for it. He looked and he looked. And looked. No old brown hat. He saw a squirrel. Squirrel, did you see my old brown hat? Said the farmer. No, said Squirrel. I saw a fat, round, brown bird in the sky. A bird with no wings. You think that's a bird? I think it might be the hat. The farmer saw a mouse. Mouse, did you see my old brown hat? Asked the farmer. No, said Mouse. I saw a big, round, brown mouse hole in the grass. I ran to it, but away it went. What does that look like? I think the hat. The farmer saw a fly. Fly, did you see my old brown hat? Said the farmer. No, said Fly. I saw a flat, round, brown hill. The hill was in a tree, and then the hill took off, and away it went. The farmer saw a goat. Goat, did you see my old brown hat? Said the farmer. No, said Goat. I saw a funny round brown flower pot. I was going to eat it, but the wind took that flower pot away. The farmer saw a duck. Duck, did you see my old brown hat? Said the farmer. No, said Duck. I saw a silly round brown boat, but Bird took that. The farmer saw a bird. Bird, did you take my old brown hat? Said the farmer. No, said Bird. I saw this nice round brown nest, but no hat. The farmer looked at the nest in the tree. A nice old round brown nest. Bird was in it, and an egg was in it. Oh my, said the farmer. Like it? Said Bird. I like it, said the farmer. Oh yes, I like that nice round brown nest. It looks a little like my old brown hat, but I see it is a nice round brown nest. The farmer has a new brown hat. Oh, how he likes that new brown hat. And how Bird likes that old brown nest. The end. I think it was very nice of the farmer to let that bird keep his hat to be her nest. All right, we are at that point where if you want to stand up and jump when you hear the words knees up, you can. Or if you would rather just sit down, you can do that too. There was a rooster from France who didn't know how to dance. The only thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Sit back down. George was the spiffiest giant. Even if he lost all his clothes, that doesn't rhyme. The only other thing that he could do was knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Sit back down. Robot would just like to say, thanks for listening to stories today. The only other thing that they can do is knees up, Mother Brown. Oh, knees up, Mother Brown. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Knees up, Mother Brown. Beep, boop, boop, boop. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Faster. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, Mother Brown. Knees up, never let the breeze up. Knees up, Mother Brown. Woo! Wiggle, wiggle fingers right up to the sky. Wiggle, wiggle fingers, wave them all goodbye. Thanks for listening to stories today. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.